Hello YouTube, I have an Xfinity box here. They shipped a new modem to me. This is the modem. I will be replacing my current modem with this one. The reason why it's because I need to contract unlimited internet, and the cheapest way to do is when you rent their equipment. I have my modem that I purchased, but in the end of the day I had to rent this for $15. Have these QR codes that will be scanning later and to set this unit up. The box, you have a coax cable, a get started little paper here, how to return, and then the power supply. In the back you can see it's the XB8200T. This is the newest unit. We're recording this in December 2023. You have the coax input. I see that this is new for this unit, USB Type-C. Don't know really why they have it in here. The power cord goes here. You have 4 internet connections and then the home phone line on top. So I'll be attempting to replace my existing modem with this and see how hard it is to do so. So my current modem sits here in the basement close to all of these cables. You see my name over there. This is of course the power supply for the house, but let's focus on this. This is the modem, right, that I'm using. When I first got Xfinity, I chose to purchase my own modem. I thought that would be a cheaper solution instead of paying rent for them. And this is is serving me very well. The model I have here is SB8200, which is capable of 1 GB of internet connection. Very good. I have the 1.2 gigabyte internet connection in my house as a speed. And from this modem, which is not Wi-Fi capable, right? Meaning it doesn't produce its own Wi-Fi internet. I have been using the Deco TP-Link Mesh system, which if you don't have a mesh system and you have a big home, this is a must-have. This is life-changing connection everywhere, a smooth transition. You never notice that this is switching from one antenna to the other. So I'll be replacing this with my new Xfinity modem SB8T. And what you have here in the back, basically, it's the coax cable, the internet port, just one I'm using now, but there is 2, and then the power source. What happens is that all of these cables go inside of this box, and some comes to here, and it's spreading the signal throughout the house. You see several connections really going on right now, and some of those lines goes back to the mesh system here, where it gets the signal, converts into Wi-Fi signal, creates the mesh that it's now all interconnected. I have 3 of these units around the house. They all connected in a mesh fashion, so you never notice that you're switching antennas, which is awesome. So yeah, let's see next what we can do to replace. I'll start doing the basic stuff, which is unplugging everything and then plugging the new modem. Hopefully it's kind of a plug-and-play solution and it works right away. If not, we'll find out. Okay, here we are again. I already removed the other one. I connect the coax cable, just finger tight. You don't need to use any tool. And now I'm going to plug in the power. I heard that it could take 5 minutes. I see a kind of red amber light here. I will leave this running through its setup process. Hopefully it will identify that this is their own modem and the internet's gonna pick it up. I have to log into the Xfinity mobile app, which I'm gonna show in a minute, and maybe scan that QR code and make it happen. So let's see. It's been another 2 or 3 minutes and it's still blinking white. It did blink green a few times and now back to white. I think we gotta have a solid white. Yeah, just like that. Should be solid white. So now with the Xfinity mobile app, I go to activate now, and then gateway, get started. And this is the QR code that needs to scan. So I'm going to be using the camera and I'm recording through my cell phone. So this is the image right there pointing out to the QR code. It didn't identify the QR code. So I'm going to go next, next, next on everything here. And now it's turning on the network. I'm creating a network that does not allow XF in it. The name and password here is just for demonstration purpose. Need to wait a little bit here for the setup for this new network. So the light's blinking, now it's solid green. Should be coming to an end very shortly. And now I can switch from Felipe Zafani. I gotta go to options and switch from the mesh into the Zafani, which this is the Xfinity Modem Wi-Fi network that we just created. And there you have it, you are online. All right, so now I'm connected to the new modem Wi-Fi. It's been maybe 15 minutes during this process. I have a solid white light here, which indicates that it is connected. It is picking up the signal and it is creating a network for me. So now I'm going to plug these things back and hopefully I'll be able to restart my mesh system, which has a red light at this point, and this needs to be green once it resets. So let's do this. I will plug this into any port. I'll do it in this one. And now from this, I'm going to just reset by taking the power out and then power back in. I'll leave it like this so we can see the color if it's going to change. Now it's yellow. It's restarting. So it was yellow, it turned into red for a second, and then now it's all white. And I believe it is picking up the signal well. I will now log into the TP-Link app, and I'll show you if this is actually creating a Wi-Fi and internet capable mesh. I'm now accessing the Deco app, and I noticed that it's not connected to the mesh, so I'm gonna replace from the Zafani to Zafani mesh. This is the Deco network that I created. Once it logs into the Zafani mesh, which is doing right now, I will go back to the app and see if all the units are connected to the internet. And just like as expected, shows it couldn't find, but it did load and it is connected to the internet. All the 3 hubs are connected and working. I'll run a speed test with that connection through the Deco mesh. It's giving me 439 megabytes. I did contract 1.2, so that's lower than what it should be. And the next test now is going to be using the Xfinity Modem Wi-Fi network that was created. And this is going up to 700. It's still lower than 1.2, but that's way better than the mesh. So I have to figure out why it's not getting up to the speed that I contract. But all in all, it's doing well and both networks are working. So this brings us to the end of this video. All in all, it wasn't really hard to replace my current unit, the modem that I own myself, through the new unit that I'm renting as of right now from Xfinity. So I came from this Arris surfboard SB8200 into the new unit, the XV8T, and the process took me maybe 15 minutes. If I haven't seen a video like this before, it would probably be faster than that. I was able to set this up very quickly. The internet is up and running again to my house. It wasn't no problem to connect with my existing TP-Link Deco Mesh system. Like I said, I have 3 of these units around the house. As I connected from this unit to this one straight in a cable connection, this one was able to pick up the signal and everything is working. My home Wi-Fi has the same network that I had set before with my Deco, and so every system in the house is going to be working. So I hope that this video helped you somehow transitioning into the Xfinity modem, and if that helped you, please consider subscribing, leave your like or dislike, ask questions, and I'll get back to you. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.